Hello, Paul McFadden here. So just a couple of days ago I was speaking at the Scottish Lettings Day, where it was the Scottish Association of Landlords. They put this on and it was a great event. And having spent an evening there where there was a lot of letting agents, and then the following day where there was a lot of landlords as well, really getting a feel for what's happening and getting a pulse on the market and so forth, and getting to speak to a lot of experienced people, a lot of people who are just getting started in their journey, and also had an opportunity to give my own talk as well, which was a bit of a packed room as well, where a lot of people were standing, so that was great to see as well, and it was well received, and I got a good chance to talk to a lot of people. But there were 6 observations that I made from that event. And I thought I'm going to jump on and share this with you, because one of the statistics that I got at the event when I was speaking to one of the owners, one of the directors of SAL, and she was saying that there's 260,000 there or thereabouts landlords in Scotland. Now, this is pretty much the same reflection throughout the UK. Obviously, if you're looking at England as an example, it's going to be substantially more, but you're going to understand the averages in a moment. So there's like 260,000 landlords in Scotland, and 90 to 95% of them only own 1 or 2 properties. How crazy is that? It's like they're first time landlords, and they might even have a second property at most. So that there was a big eye opener, and when I started to talk to a lot of people at the event, it became apparent. Speaking to a lot of letting agents, and the same thing with letting agents saying, yes, most of our clients are all, they're all just got 1 property, very few have got 2, like 1 or 2 in their whole portfolio have got 5 plus. So it just shows you that letting agents are experiencing this, but more important, landlords, why are they stopping at 1 or 2? And there was 6 things that I've come up with that I want to talk about just now, because if you find yourself in that situation where you've only got 1 or 2 properties, but you're struggling to grow your portfolio, you're looking to how can you take this to 5 and maybe make this a full-time, gig where you want to become a full-time property investor or developer. Maybe you're looking to, reduce the hours you're working. What most people crave in life, which is choices or options to do the things that you want to do on your own terms. And I got asking and speaking to a lot of people, and like I said, these observations were so striking that it's obvious for me to see, but not obvious for those. And I had to pick apart a few things and really just help people think differently. And some of the things I'm going to talk about will contradict what most people think and what their process is when it comes to investing in property and so forth. So I've taken a note of the different points. Now, the first one is why are they plateauing at 1 or 2 properties, and they're trying to get to that 3rd or so forth? Why is it they're plateauing? And I was asking a few people what their goals and aspirations are, and why they haven't continued to grow their portfolio, or why have they stopped at 1 or 2. And some of the things that came in is that one was that they were basically not leveraging their power team. This is a big one as well. And I always talk about that your power team is going to help you expand, it's going to help you to grow, because you can't possibly be trying to do everything yourself. So you've got to understand that you've got great solicitors, great mortgage brokers, great builders, great tax advisors and accountants, and other people that's going to be around you that you need to surround yourself with, that are going to assist you and help you in your journey. But by talking to a lot of people at the event, a lot of people were getting far too involved in each different thing, and more importantly, they weren't leveraging their power team. And when you're not leveraging your power team, then you're really leaving a great resource of having other people that are going to do things that they actually specialize in. One example is that I was speaking to someone, and they were talking about how they do all their accountancy themselves. They're getting involved with all the paperwork and so forth, and really try to give their solicitors templates and so forth. And I'm like, this is crazy. You don't give your solicitors templates. The solicitor works on the back of their own templates. You just tell them what you're looking to do, and they'll draft it up. They're involved in the detail. It even goes to the point that when you're working with your builder, now you've got to have a great builder as part of your power team, a builder who understands what's required to get the refurb to the standard that needs to be done if it's going to be a buy-to-let, or if you're going to be flipping the property on and develop it as a buy-to-flip. And what I observed speaking to many people at this event is that they're getting too involved. They're talking about they want more time. They don't have enough time to start off with, yet they're the ones that's going down to the trades and going to B&Q and Juicens and Howdens and all these different places and buying the materials and then hiring vans to take the materials to the job, and then they're going in and making sure everything's getting done and micromanaging the project manager on the site, and they're picking all the colours and they're getting involved in the detail and the ironmongery for the doors and what door's going to be choose, and then they go to different kitchen, suppliers, and they're trying to negotiate with 3 different suppliers. And in my mind, I'm like, how on earth are you supposed to expand and grow if you're doing all of that? You don't have time to be doing all of that first and foremost, let alone get so involved in that detail. So there's another point. This is a big one as well that really stops people's growth, which is one-dimensional marketing. So when you look at one-dimensional marketing, the common theme I'm talking about, almost every single person I spoke to, I asked them where do they get their deals, where are they sourcing their properties, and what they would say to me is they were getting them on the market with estate agents. Now, that is fine, but I always say this, no estate agent will bring you an abundance of deals. You cannot rely on a estate agent, a single estate agent. Even if you've got 2 or 3 estate agents, you cannot rely on them to bring you deals. And I was speaking to some people and their justifications, but they know that we're buyers, they know that we'll follow through. I'd ask questions like, and as it leads on to another one, do you have the right investment criteria to know that you're actually buying a deal, not just because the estate agent says it's a good deal. Just because an estate agent says it's a good deal doesn't make it a good deal. So most people are buying without a strong investment criteria, and I'm going to get to that in a moment, but let's go back to one-dimensional marketing. You can't have one-dimensional marketing. One-dimensional marketing, you don't have a business. You're reacting to other people you're basically, you have no ability to control your deal flow. When you're relying, you can't be relying on anybody to bring you that deal flow, because what happens when the estate agent decides that they're going to go and pass deals on to someone else because they're now the flavour of the month? Or what if that estate agent's not bringing in enough stock? Then you don't get any deals. I mean, one good estate agent you've got a tight relationship with is good for 2 or 3 deals a year. 5 maximum. Like maximum, you're lucky if you get 5, right? And that's years of building that experience and time and relationships with that estate agent. So if that's the case, then we need to take marketing into our own control. And this is what I talk about, resistance to change is one of the other points as well, because today's day and age is all about social. You've got to put yourself out there on social media. People need to know what you're up to, what you're doing, that you're involved in property. You need to use some of the marketing methods. We cover all of this stuff in our Property Protege programs, how to do real world marketing in terms of getting out there, doing traditional forms of marketing that works. More importantly, how do you do marketing online to get a bigger reach, to find motivated sellers who are looking to sell their property, because then you're not relying on estate agents, you're dealing directly to the sellers who have to sell. And if you hold yourself in the right manner and you position yourself as someone who can act and move, you're going to have a steady deal flow that if you've got the right investment criteria, which again none of them had at this event, you can cherry pick the best deals yourself. Leads on to another one that a lot of these people don't have. They don't have a cash flow strategy. And the reason they don't have a cash flow strategy is because they don't have an investment criteria. If you don't have an investment criteria, you're just taking deals that you think are good deals, other deals you're saying no to, but what you don't realise is you should be cherry picking the absolute best deals that fit your investment criteria, so you've got a strong portfolio. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And on the flip side, with the deals that you don't normally take, that you're always saying no to, you're trading those deals onto someone else who's a great deal for and making strong cash flow. This is crazy. We need to understand that taking marketing into our own control means that we turn on the tap of the deal flow, which means that we've got a sustainable business because we're taking control of our marketing methods, and we're really getting ahead of the game, getting current with the times and putting ourselves out there on social, embracing these marketing tools, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and LinkedIn and all these different social platforms, because these social platforms is going to help you grow. It's going to help you get access to more people. And we need to understand that we can't be resistance to that change. So, and the last one out of all this here is that believing they don't need the education. Now, just to sum this up here, with the right education, that's going to help you understand what the right investment criteria is, to understand how you should do the right due diligence and know if it's a deal or not just relying on an estate agent telling you it's a deal. Understand the different methods of marketing so you can have that deal flow, to understand how to finance deals. I mean, there's a big reason why people cap out at one or two properties. And again, speaking to a lot of people, one of the big common things that popped up is access to funds. They don't understand the funding process. They're relying on their own personal monies. And once they put that to work, they never had the right investment criteria. They thought they were buying a good deal that it wasn't. So tying up too much money, wasn't sound principles there. And because of that, they don't know how to raise more funds. They don't know how to structure deals in the manner that they don't have to put money into the deal and so forth. So education is key. You don't know what you don't know. Ignorance is not bliss when it's 2019 right to 2020, especially when you've got so much stuff at your fingertips to understand and learn. And again, when you start to learn new knowledge, even to this day, I still have mentors. I still have people that I go and learn from. I still invest in my own education, because the day that I believe that I know it all is the day that I'm going out of business, the day that my companies will no longer thrive. And you need to understand that there's no better investment that you can make, not in property and so forth. There's no better investment you can make than the investment in yourself and getting the right knowledge and education. Now, on that note, I've got tons of videos on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and watch the videos that we put out every single week. And more importantly, hey, if you're interested in getting your starting property, or if you're like most landlords who have got one or two properties that are looking to expand that, and you're opened and you're hearing some of the things that I'm talking about, and you feel that you're also suffering from some of those things, then there's a solution for you. Get more knowledge, but more importantly, go out and check propertyprotege.com. It's our flagship program that I put together to help new people, as well as those who have got started in property, to take things to the next level. And as always, if you've got questions, please comment below. I'll take the time to come in and answer those for you. And I look forward to helping you expand your business and get over this little block that we've got just now, to start building a serious portfolio and creating wealth to help you achieve the goals and aspirations that you're looking for. As a whole, the event was great, and it's awesome to see that people are eager to learn and they're eager to grow, but we still need to work on some of the mindset stuff around that's actually really holding them back. And if we can just break through that, then it's going to help in your success going forward. So again, thanks for tuning in. All the best, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.